Good morning, my Real News Midday TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and productive day. And in the news this morning, Indicom investigating motorcycle incident involving St. Elizabeth Police. The Independent Commission of Investigations says it is probing an incident involving members of the St. Elizabeth Police who were chasing a motorcyclist in Pepper on Saturday. A video shows the rider on the ground shaking after an interaction with two cops. Hamish Campbell, Assistant Commissioner at Indicom, confirmed the development on Sunday. Indicom is aware of this incident shown on social media. We are in the process of investigating it and seeking to get the full facts, he told the news. The amateur video, 4 minutes and 31 seconds in length, appeared to have been recorded by persons traveling behind the police chase. Two policemen, each on a motorcycle, were seen in the video, seemingly trying to apprehend the rider, who was accompanied by a pillion. Signals to stop were not complied with. The bike with the two men appeared to have developed a skid on reaching a section of the road. It came to a stop very shortly after at the side of the roadway. The cops stopped and walked towards the men. It's not clear from the video what happened next. The pillion was observed on the side of the road. The video later showed the rider shaking on the ground in the bush nearby. One of the policemen was standing over him. At this point, the other cop was back on the road and using a phone. A crowd had also started to gather, and some persons were heard urging that the men be taken to hospital. The policeman and another man carried the rider and placed him in a blue car that was parked on the opposite side of the road. Indicom said it did not have any information on the rider's status. Majority of taxi drivers not in support of call for protest, says Tods. Amid calls on social media Sunday for taxi operators to withdraw their services on Monday, head of the Transport Operators Development Sustainable Services, Egerton Newman, says members of his organization are not in support of the call by some of their colleagues. A viral video purportedly made by a member of a taxi association called on cabbies across the island to withdraw their services to protest a number of issues, including the suspension of driver's license for having a minimum of 10 demerit points. Newman told the news on Sunday evening that if done, the protest will not have the support of the majority of taxi operators. There are a couple of transporter groups who are making plans to demonstrate tomorrow. We in Tods have no interest in such a demonstration, and 80% of the island's public transport operators have no interest and will not be participating or supporting such action, he said. Newman said there is no need for a protest. The Tods head said that the transport operators are currently in discussion with the government, the Island Traffic Authority, and the Transport Authority with a view to address the matters. So we are on the ball and we are saying to the operators there's no need for a demonstration to come tomorrow, he said. Court of Appeal to begin hearing arguments in the case of Vybz Kartel et al. The Court of Appeal will today start hearing arguments to determine whether DJ Palmer, the dancehall artist who uses the stage name Vybz Kartel, and the 3 other men should be retried for the alleged murder of Clive Lizard Williams. Palmer, Sean Campbell, Kahira Jones, and Andre St. John were charged with murder in 2011. The hearing is expected to last 5 days. The Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions is seeking a retrial in the matter. The 4 men were convicted in March 2014 for Mr. Williams' murder and sentenced to life in prison a month later. The Court of Appeal upheld their convictions in 2020. But on March 14, the United Kingdom-based Privy Council overturned the convictions on the grounds of juror misconduct. Clarendon man arrested for possession of protected animals. A Clarendon man has been arrested after being found in possession of 24 protected animals. They include turtles and a crocodile. The man faces 24 charges arising from Sunday's operation by the Caribbean Coastal Area Management Foundation and the police. Alex Simpson, Assistant Science Officer for the Caribbean Coastal Area Management Foundation, said that the man had the protected animals in his backyard in Green Park, Clarendon. He is facing charges for violations of the Wildlife Protection Act as well as the Fisheries Act. American teen goes missing in St. Anne. And another alert has been activated for 15-year-old Shanoya Nicholson of a Florida, United States of America address who has been missing since Friday, June 7. She is of dark complexion, medium build, and about 187 centimeters or 5 feet 2 inches tall. Reports from the St. Anne's Bay Police are that about 8:30 p.m., Shanoya was last seen at an apartment in Richmond in St. Anne wearing a yellow dress. She has not been heard from since, the police said. Anyone knowing the whereabouts of Shanoya Nicholson is asked to contact the St. Anne's Bay Police at 876-972-2211, 119 police emergency number, or the nearest police station. Illicit sex trade in Falmouth, a public safety threat, says the cops. Police in Falmouth have linked 3 murders committed between January and June 1 this year to a flourishing illicit sex trade in Falmouth. While conceding that there is more work to be done, the cops say they have been making headway in curbing these nocturnal activities. There have been 12 murders in Trelawney so far this year, 3 more than the corresponding period last year. Since the start of the year, there have been 3 deaths that we can link to the night activities there, Commander of the Trelawney Police Division, Deputy Superintendent Winston Milton told the news. He was referencing the Seaboard Street and Harbor Street strips located close to the Falmouth port, where scantily clad females ply their trade nightly. We have been doing nightly operations focusing on these sex workers. We recognize that they pose a public safety threat, so we have been doing frequent operations around them, DSP Milton said. Right now, though, we need to broaden the scope of the operation, like including other agencies. We are also looking at the support base, such as the vendors who support sex workers in their endeavors. We have been focusing on these vendors, he added. The senior cop said pressure is also being applied to males who play a role in facilitating prostitution in Falmouth. There are some men who supervise or provide protection for them. We have also been focusing on them. The intention is to make the environment difficult for these kind of illicit activities. We are not where we want to be, but we have placed a significant dent in the operation, DSP Milton told the news. He explained that his team's success has driven some of the ladies of the night underground. We know that some of them have been hiding in various places. That's why we want to widen the scope of our operations. So whereas they used to operate overtly on the street corners, etc., Seaboard Street, Harbor Lane, we figure that some of them may have gone into hiding and are operating from clandestine areas, so we are doing the necessary work in relation to this so that we can pursue them, added DSP Milton. Concerned about the loss of lives, Mayor of Falmouth, Councillor C. Junior Gager, agreed that the sex trade cannot be allowed to continue in the historic town. We had a meeting Thursday morning and the police are working with us. We will be having regular meetings to see if what was said is carried out and to make the place safe and secure, said Gager. We have cameras there. If you come out during the night, you will see the ladies in their special clothes that they wear at that time of the night. Honestly, I must say that the police have been working overtime with us on it, but we need to put down our foot. We need to all work and sing from the same Sankey that says, listen, we won't tolerate this, because this has led to at least 3 lives being lost, Gager added. He was referencing the fatal stabbing of 2 men in separate incidents on Seaboard Street in January. 24-year-old laborer Solomon Minto from Wakeland Drive in Falmouth has been charged in connection with the murders of 44-year-old Noel Nelson of Water Lane, Falmouth, and Joel Corey of Martha Bray, both in Trelawney. The Falmouth police also took a suspect into custody in connection with the fatal stabbing of a man during a dispute on Seaboard Street in the wee hours of Saturday, May 18. The deceased was identified as 25-year-old Ricardo Meggie from Hague Settlement in Trelawney. The police's theory is that Minto and the suspect in the other murder provided security for the prostitutes who operate in the area. Guys, thanks for watching. Please join us this afternoon at 2 p.m. for another news update.